What up, peeps? It's your super sketch artist Antonio back with another unboxing, and I am so excited because this time we get to unbox the new Heroclix Apocalypse pack. Now, this just, of course, recently came out. We've known about it for a while, and I am super excited for the content. So let's just jump right in it. I always open from the bottom just in case I want to preserve the box. I never do, but you never know. So in it we have not one, not two, but three parademons, and we have something very new, which is the Apokolip's Planet. Now, this would be the third planet that we've gotten in the last month and some change. The first two being Mogo and Umbrex from the Lantern Legacy set, and this is Apokolips. Now, I fully expect WizKids to make a ranks like figure slash planet that looks like that, whether it's a con exclusive or something, and we got a whole bunch of bystanders. On one side, it is Apokolips, these different characters. Let's just get into it. All right. So we got some cards. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got two legacy cards, which I will leave until the end. But we have not one, not two, but three parademons. Now, these parademons look exactly like the parademons, the con-exclusive parademons, which of course are amazing looking. We've gotten, this is maybe like the fifth version of parademons that we've gotten in the game, and this one looks the best. And I like that these are just a reverse of the ones that we had got as con exclusives. These are just a reverse. The other one started with running shot. These start with charge and blades and toughness and empower, which I love. And they have a trait like the other ones had, which says once per attack, when a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword and a greater point value than parademon, it's either 50 or 15 points, would be hit by an opponent's attack. If parademon isn't a target of that attack, you may place him adjacent to that character. Parademon becomes the hit target of that attack instead. Now remember, it says becomes the hit target, so he automatically is the target, and this is without them having mastermind, which I love. And he also has the expendable goon trait, Boom Tube Invasion, and what it does is if you roll a 1 through 3, you remove an action token from a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword, but if you roll a 4 through 6, you generate a character with the expendable goon trait on its 15 point starting line adjacent to a friendly character. So again, you automatically come with three of these guys at 15 points. They would be 45 points. And if you add in the Apocalypse, which is this cool thing. Now, I know that people have their varied opinions on this. Some people want like a whole planet, and I understand why, but I don't mind, because just like the other two planets, these do not sit on the map at all. And making such a big, elaborate sculpt for something that doesn't even actually see the field of play, that just sits on the sideline, it's not paid attention to, I'm fine with a little piece of plastic and a sticker on it. Like, I'm perfectly okay with that. The sticker looks absolutely great. I love the colors on it. I love that again, just like with Mogo being all green and Umbrex being that kind of dark purplish, they made this one orange to show that kind of fire, because again, Apokolips essentially is one big fire pit kind of on the inside. Apokolips has Apocalypse and Cosmic keyword. It has a Apokolips Now trait. It has two traits. First one says when Apokolips starts the game, place them on the card. Apokolips can be given actions and uses their powers and abilities when on the card, just like Mogo and Umbrex. At the beginning of the game, if no friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword are on the map, KO Apokolips. So again, it lives for 5 clicks. It has a 5 range, which I don't even, well, we'll see why it might have a 5 range, but I guess it does have a 5 range, so it has Force Blast, Poison, and then it switches between Prob, Outwit, Prob, Perplex, and then Prob again, which I like. has another trait that says at the beginning of your turn, choose a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword. Until your next turn, when Apocalypse uses a power or ability, they may do so as if they occupy the chosen character's square. Now, again, that's something that you do at the beginning of your turn. Then it has a free generate a bystander with Darkseid's elite keyword that Apocalypse hasn't generated yet this game. So all of those are just max 1 for the whole game. Then deal Apocalypse 1 unavoidable damage. This game, that bystander isn't scored when KO'd. Now, one thing that I forgot, and I don't know how that Apocalypse can do, is Apocalypse also has another trait that gives it power. Generate a boom tube terrain marker within range. That's one of these things that they gave us, boom tube markers. At the beginning of your turn, you may place a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword into a square with a boom tube marker within range. So its range is 5. So remember, it can attack and use its power, or it not can attack, but it can use its powers from any square that a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword occupies. So it can take in just 5 squares. It can just make boom tube markers anywhere around. It is a colossal, so it can just keep going. And unlike Mogo and Umbrex, it has no way of damaging itself if it doesn't make the bystander. So you can just continuously have prob, or if you want to damage it and give it even more outwit, you can do that to the team, or you eventually get some perplex if you need that as well. But that is something that I missed, and yeah, so that's very, very cool. Back to the rest of it. Let's switch over to these bad boys, which I think are cool, super kawaii. All right, take out some of these, and they have their all of them, of course, are double-sided, and one side of them has these bystanders on them, and the other side, just some of them have just kind of, it looks like Apocalypse, like a boom tube. Like this is just a boom tube on both sides, which is cool because this will come in handy with one of the characters. That's just a boom tube. That's just a boom tube. Okay, so they gave us the boom tube, and then they gave us, we get 1, 2, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters that this can generate. It can generate a Calabac, which has dual targets, sidestep, psychic blast with close combat expert and some invuln. And you can just play this for 10 points if you want to, or you can have the Apocalypse generated if you don't want to deal any damage. We have good old Desaad. Desaad has 6 range as well, with dual bolts, with phasing, energy explosion, range combat expert, and mastermind, which I think is also very funny, because you realistically can have Apocalypse make one of the bystanders and then have Desaad mastermind to it, so he stays alive. All of these seem to be 10 points. Then you have Kanto, who we just got this year as a con exclusive, and he has stealth, precision strike with perplex, and combat reflexes. This is actually a very good one, and he has dual bolts with precision. I like him a lot. Then we have a character that we have not seen, or well, actually, we have another character that we got as a con exclusive, which was for last year, which is Stephen Wolf. He has dual bolts as well. Charge blades. He does also give us leadership with blades and 18 defense, 11 attack. That's very respectable. And then we have 2 characters we have not seen in Clix form. One is Dr. Bedlam. Dr. Bedlam has running shot with precision strike and enhancement and empower and invincible, which I think is very cool. Dual bolts, 4 range. All these dual bolts, they're like, we attacking everybody. Then we have Glorious Godfrey, who reminds me of the one character from Harry Potter that would, it wipe your mind and everybody thought he was great when he really wasn't. And he has mind control, which, I love mind control. Mind control, incapacitate, ESD, and enhancement. So, and all of these pieces can be played at 10 points, or you can, for 15 points, you can play these parademons that start with plasticity, 11 attack, poison with 18-3. which again, you get them in the right way, and you can have yourself a nice little force, Apocalypse Force. So I like that. And then we have these boom tubes. It's 3 boom tubes, which I will read why they are in the game now. We have not one but 2 legacy cards. The first one is for, oops, hold on. The first one is for a piece I'm glad they used this version of her, because this is the best sculpt, and that is Granny Goodness. She is Apocalypse Female Fury's New Gods, Cosmic Deity, and Warrior keyword, and a Superman enemy, which I like, for 50 points. She was in the Harley Quinn set, and she was 125 points back in the day. This just goes to show, like, how did we play Heroclix back in the day? Like, oh my, this was 125 points for what she did. And she has a trait and 2 special powers. The first trait says other friendly characters with the Apocalypse keyword have Superman enemies. So any of those ones that I just talked about, all of these pieces have Apocalypse keyword. So I love that. And so they all have Superman enemies. So now you can potentially outwit, which is great. And then she says she has a defensive power. That's a special power, which is combat reflexes and invulnerability, which that means she would have a 19 top dial, which I like. And she has a special damage power, which says when a friendly character with the Apocalypse keyword is KO'd, all other friendly characters with the Apocalypse keyword modify attack and damage +1 until the end of your next turn. So that's great, because say you have a mystic character and you use one of these pieces, these bystanders that maybe Apocalypse made and gave you for free, you have it attack the mystic. Say like Steppenwolf, he blades it, gets some good blades roll, he dies. Now all of a sudden everyone else that has Apocalypse on your team gets +1 attack and damage. Yuck, that's really, really good. And she has that on her first 3 clicks. Granny Goodness on her own, even once she gets past click 3, which is where she ends her special powers, also will pick up some close combat expert, and then late dial with a higher attack also gets some some exploit, and she has super strength late dial as well. So I really like this piece. But the reason why most people bought this is so that we can have this dark side, and he is on display already because he is so good. This is one of the greatest Heroclix pieces of all time, and realistically, if you played him when he actually first came out, he was well worth it, especially in, like, you know, those big point games, which is what you need to play him at, because he used to be 300 and 400 points. Ooh. Now he is 195 and 100 points. How far we have come in this game. Thank you, Lord, for that. So this is none other than Darkseid, and I just love this piece. This looks like the version of the Parademons that was more in the Trinity War set that we had got back in the day. So I just love the way this looks. He has Apocalypse, New Gods, Cosmic Deity, and Ruler keyword. He of course is Cosmic Energy because it is Darkseid. He has a trait and 2 special powers. The trait says Leadership and Mastermind, so automatically he can mastermind to anyone that probably he would end up playing with, because he's 195 points, and he has leadership, so he can probably also take a token off of them. It says when Darkseid uses leadership and fails, that is on a 1 through 4 that he fails. After resolutions, he may deal an opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire damage equal to the result. So Darkseid has 10 range. So if he sees you within 6 squares in line of fire, he can potentially deal you up to 3. Oh no, he can potentially deal you up to 2 damage. I like that because you generally, most people are going to have soft targets, and this is just every time that he rolls leadership and fails, which could, you know, essentially maybe throughout the game maybe get you 6 clicks of damage, which I absolutely love. Okay, so he has a special power on his top 3 and last 4 clicks, which say power action, place Darkseid up to 6 squares away. Then he may Place any number of characters or friendly characters with the Apocalypse keyword adjacent to him. No, I'm sorry, that is on his last 3 clicks, and that is called the Boom Tube. So you give him the power action, you just place him up to 6 squares away, along with any of the Apocalypse people that he actually has to kind of make that getaway, because he starts to get, once he gets to click 8, he lives for 10 clicks. Once he gets to click 8, he's very, very vulnerable. But again, remember, he has Mastermind traded, so his whole dial. He also has an attack power that makes him very nasty on his first 3 and last 4 clicks, which is the Omega effect. Power action: improved targeting, elevated, hindering, blocking terrain, which he destroys, and characters, and can shoot while adjacent. So if you get next to him, that's at your own peril, because he can still shoot, and he does have 2 bolts. But the Mega Effect says, make a range attack with a single target. This attack can't be evaded, and damage dealt can't be reduced below the target's click number. OMG. So if you're already hurt, let's say you're on click 3, it's nasty. This guy is nasty. What makes him so nasty is that on his first dial, he has 12 attack, 6 damage with Empower on his first 4 clicks. So when he's spawning folks, or when folks are getting spawned next to him, he's also helping them fight. I absolutely love this piece. Again, at 195, that's a high price tag to pay. But knowing that when you sidestep up, or if he gets placed up by somebody, or whatever, however you want to play it, once he's there, now you can just say, I can just shoot. And even if people get in your way, who cares? I can shoot. The map doesn't matter anymore. Now I'm dark side. And here comes 6 damage to you. Yuck. I absolutely love that. He has good keywords, so you can play him with, he has plenty of room for some help. And again, this sculpt is great. If you want to play this together, you can play him, you can play Granny Goodness at 50, and then you can play Apocalypse at 40, and then you can play what you can do is, you can play Apocalypse at 40, Granny Goodness at 50, and then you can play one of these Dark Side Elite that you actually want to start with. You can play them. Because why not? You could play Glorious Godfrey, so he has enhancement. So Granny Goodness does 4 damage, and Dark Side does 7 damage. And then Apocalypse can just choose Dark Side to use prob from, and then always just use. Now Dark Side has prob anywhere he needs to be. You can attack his prob, and if you get close, now Apocalypse can poison you, or Apocalypse can use an actual power action and force blast you back into a wall. He could poison you and then force blast you back into a wall from any square that has Apocalypse keyword is in. That is amazing. This sculpt looks so good. I'm so glad that I have multiples of this guy, but again, one of them was already on display. This is something that I think is well worth purchasing, especially if you have those pieces, and if you want another planet type character to play with. There are a few Apocalypse pieces. I think we just got rid of a bunch, but there is another Dark Side, the deceased Dark Side, and the deceased Catwoman, the deceased Black Adam. They all have Apocalypse keyword as well. And you have the Kanto, you have the Mantis, you have the Calabac, and you have the Steppenwolf, all of those LEs. So there's a bunch of LEs that have the Apocalypse keyword in silver. We just got rid of a bunch of the chases that had the Apocalypse keyword as well, and a few characters. So there's tons of characters that you can use with Apocalypse. And unlike Mogo, and unlike I guess like Mogo, all you got to do is choose that character and you will have some prob anywhere you want, and then you can have whatever you need because he can generate it. I love this piece. Definitely will get played from me, and even maybe Granny Goodness, because I think Granny Goodness is pretty good as well. And these Parademons, if you decide you want to play some Parademons at full go right ahead. I mean, you could play that Apocalypse. You could play Apocalypse. I mean, I keep saying Apocalypse. You could play Dark Side, the Apocalypse, and you can play 2 of the Parademons for 30 points, and that's 70. So you would have 35 points still left. I mean, you could play all. You could technically play all 3. Yeah, you could play all 3 of them at those Parademons at 15 points, and now Apocalypse is dealing 9 damage. I mean, Apocalypse, Darkseid. Darkseid is dealing 9 damage. OMG. And he's got 2 bolts to deal it out. And the Parademons can just get in the way. And if you KO them, who cares? If they roll high enough, you can just make another one. Yeah, you'd be giving up points, but 9 damage? 9 damage? Oh my gosh. And it can't be evaded and it can't be reduced below 1. So you're taking at least 1 on your first click. But come on. All you got to do is attack somebody that maybe has super senses and then just say, okay, well, you can't evade it. Take it. Wham. Sure. That's great. And then you could give a Darkseid something. You would still have 20 points left over to be able to give Darkseid the thing that we all would like him to have, probably, which is Destroyer Armor. That gives him a 21 defense. It makes him a giant. So not only he would be able to see just because he's a giant, but he could potentially go every turn and have prob that would be able to see even if he didn't use the power action. 10 square prob that can see through most things. Yuck. I can't wait to put this in play. With that being the case, what say you? What do you think of this Apocalypse Planet Pack? Are you excited about it? Do you have it? Are you searching for that dark side? Are you did you have the Granny Goodness? I actually kind of want to run a team. I can't do it with him at full, but I kind of want to run an all planet team, like all cosmic, like planet team. I want to run Apocalypse and Mogo and Umbrax just to have like half my team off the map and just go have some fun. I got to figure out a way to put this on the team with something else. Maybe I'll play one of the. I really do like the deceased Catwoman and the deceased Black Adam, and it would give me. This gives me even more reason to play them more than I already did because now they have prob anywhere that they want, and that's exactly what both of those figures needed. So, with that being the case, again, it is your super sketch artist Antonio. As always, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I love to talk Heroclix with any and everyone who wants to. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. Go be super.